Hey folks, today we're looking at Sims 4 Paranormal Stuff. EA Game Changers gave me a code for review, and I don't know about you, but I'm spooked. What you're looking at is a Bone Hilda I exported to Blender to do things like this with. Anyway, this hottie comes with haunted houses, a medium skill, and a new Paranormal Investigator career. Let's go over all the major features so you can decide if this pack interests you. First of all, in the patch for this pack, Sims finally get scared. Something you'll notice is that a lot of tense moods like from lightning strikes or a fire, those have been replaced with a new scared emotion, which comes into play a lot in haunted houses, which I'm sure you know already. Well, let's first take a look at haunted houses. You won't experience most of this pack's gameplay unless you play in a haunted house residential lot. To be super clear on this is not a lot trait that you can throw on any lot, and that's a pretty big letdown. It is a new lot type in addition to the normal residential lots. This means you cannot have hauntings on anything but this type, and other residential lots will be normal. That would also mean that you can't have a tiny home with a haunting, a library with a haunting, nothing like that. Playing in a haunted house is a bit weird, but I guess that's what you should expect. There are various things that sort of pop up, like creepy dolls, ectoplasm puddles on the floor, evil vines, evil hands, and things like that. If you don't remove them, the house will get a little more haunted. Removing them is kick the gnome animation or some mopping, not some ritual. You can deal with the haunting by keeping these things away. I left them because, believe it or not, right now we want to actually experience these hauntings. You can get started in a new medium skill by purchasing one of the seance tables, and that'll let you at first just check how haunted your house is, or try to keep it under control, and eventually unlock a few very minor abilities. Shortly after you start with your haunted house and seance table, a flirty stalker ghost named Guidry will show up, offering you a very detailed explanation for why things are the way they are. I'm just kidding, it's all vague. This guy immediately ticked me off because I caught him doing dumb stuff like cleaning up the puddles and floor markings automatically, and I tried to reset him, but it didn't work. Thankfully, his info was not all useless. He told me that you can purchase an item called the Helping Hand that will let you tell him to stay away. Don't want to have to do that, and I didn't, but on buying it, I actually discovered something useful. It has a heroic mode, where the haunting in your house will increase at a faster pace. So I bought this to bring on the evil, and that will make sure Guidry can't keep up with the nastiness seeping out of my floors. The kids really don't seem to approve of how things are going, but then neither do the adults. But seriously, look at the stones on this kid. That's brave. The new medium skill I mentioned is only 5 levels, but it's used to do a few things. You'll at first just be able to check how haunted the house is, or make an attempt to increase its serenity rating. The higher this is, the less haunted your house is. It's super simple. At level 2, you can start to do group seances, you can summon ghosts, or get messages from the dead. Seances are kind of cool at first and do change a little bit as you rank up, but you can only watch them so long before it gets boring. Also, they do dumb things like this. It's the same old stupid issues that look extra pathetic in a case like this. Sit in the seat you were in, man, you're driving me nuts. Bone Hilda unlocks at level 3, and while I tweeted this several days ago, I was really hoping she wouldn't take ages to summon. Thankfully, it's not too bad. It's maybe a half hour in sim minutes to summon her, and then she'll clean up tons of stuff and do little dances for you sometimes. Summoning her to clean is only really worth it if the house is a mess, but I'm sure we'll just enjoy the novelty of it. That said, it's not the same thing as in past Sims titles because of this fact. It's kind of bummer you can't unlock something that lets her come out daily to clean for you. Like sometimes, Maxis, you miss little opportunities. Make an aspiration for this and summon Bonehilda instantly as the reward. See? Easy. Instead, I devote a paragraph to the fact you didn't do this. Moving on. As for what you're actually haunted by, it's these guys. The green ones are mostly friendly, but Sims still get scared. As the haunting level of the house goes up, you'll find that more aggressive ghosts come out, and weirder stuff keeps appearing, although there is a limited selection. The meaner spirits will actually do things like harass a sim in a group, but they appear to be mostly harmless, just super disruptive when they gang up on you. I really enjoyed watching this townie get it though. Who is she to knock on my door uninvited? You call before you show up, Janice. You could definitely find some joy in inviting Sims you hate to come over late at night. I recommend you all change Thorn Bailey's house to a haunted residential, and we'll all pretend he's miserable together. If you could take a moment to like my video, I'd appreciate it. You can communicate with specters or offer a piece of your soul, which is kind of just giving them a free gift that regenerates. If you give them a gift, they may give you something in return. It's part of the pack worth investigating, but not something I'm going to linger on here. One of them gave me a cake, but I was more interested in Paranormal Investigator at the time. One thing of note is that Guidry is not the only special ghost in this pack. You'll see warnings a mysterious female is coming. To avoid getting your hopes too high, it is another ghost like Guidry, but not something super special, just a simple thing you'll discover if you let a haunting get super bad. It may also tie in a little to the pre-made haunted house slot that comes with this pack, though I don't think you need to be playing in it. So, with medium skill being only 5 levels, it was kind of a letdown that you had to hit max level to be able to start Paranormal Investigator. I was a bit confused at first by this. You need to talk to Guidry at rank 5, and the question, what is an investigator, changes to, I want to be one. You'll get a Paranormal Investigator license for your trouble. You can also get one by spending 3,000 points at the reward store, but trust me, the price is steep compared to just leveling medium. Once you have the license, you access the new career by going to the freelancer category. This is the part that tripped me up. Once you're a freelancer, you can join the investigator agency to get this specific type of freelance work. And oh my god, it's actually not a rabbit hole. That must be surprising to more than a few people, but at the same time, it is still fairly simple. When my sim showed up to his first job, he was already about to pee himself scared. I dealt with this by having him scream incoherently at the client. I had to because he was too scared to interact with anything on the lot. But just scream in their faces about 5 times and you'll suddenly find yourself feeling a little more courageous. The hauntings in other Sims houses work just like the ones in yours. Basically, they've let the spooky objects build up, and removing them or asking ghosts to leave and doing seances with the perform ceremony option will help to fill the meter. While I mentioned the Paranormal Investigator license, there is one other reward trait in this pack: Brave. This doesn't completely eliminate fear, but makes it go away faster, it seems, and also boosts confident buffs to make them last 50% longer. Thing is, it's 8,000 points to get it, and kind of crazy expensive given what it does. You can also buy sacred candles for 500 points, and you'll get 3, but it appears they only last so long. I don't know of a way to make them, unfortunately. Ghosts will try to blow them out, but they have a calming effect on the haunting and a sim's nerves while they're working. You'll get a little bit of help affording these if you spend many nights in a haunted house, as each morning when it's over you get some satisfaction, like around 120 points. If you enable heroic mode, that's doubled, or so it seems. It's really not a lot, just a side attraction for putting up with a haunted house. When you browse over Build By, you'll see some antique style items you can use to decorate a haunted house. One pre-built one comes with the pack and offers you to install it in a world somewhere. I love the little cow plant in a jar so much I tried to make one, but all in all, the objects weren't the focus of this pack. It was all about atmosphere, the hauntings, and minor gameplay elements. So after everyone has done what I did and let a haunting get really bad, how well will this integrate with the rest of the game? Well, it seems it could either be annoying or a fun challenge to live in a haunted house. Your Sims will get woken up at random by ghosts or nightmares and have things they're doing interrupted by scared mulets, and some people will love that. You'll also need to keep a grip on how haunted you're letting the house become and sometimes take advantage of the medium skill or go around gnome kicking the dolls that pop up. The decision to make a new lot type instead of using the lot trade system for this pack is a disappointment, but one I think I understand the reasoning of. The AI of Sims is different in many places, and while I might like a haunted park or diner, it's a shortcut they can take to just make a new type of lot to prevent many issues from happening as ghosts clash with other systems. In particular, the AI of Sims on the different lot types. Something I didn't like, not because it really scared me, but because it's startling and loud. The pack kind of does jump scares from time to time. It only happened a couple times, but it's not tied to anything apparently. There's no visual cue it's going to happen and no explanation for it. It's something that happens in horror movies for sure, just a bit out of place. I do have to say the sound design is really solid though. You can hear a lot of new creepy things in the house from time to time. So, all in all, it sure is a stuff pack. Limited like a stuff pack, but also focused more on gameplay than most stuff packs. There's some stuff to like here, just don't expect it to be very complex. If you have a problem with Sims 4 and how it's going, it's not going to change that. I still wish this idea had been explored in a larger pack because having really one class of ghost and being unable to take advantage of only one narrow lot type sucks. Paranormal Investigator looks like it'll be a bit repetitive, but you are able to let them go in on their own if you get bored of it. If you'd like to support me, there's a link to Patreon in the description. Thank you very much for watching.